years in, and I'm working the new friends desk, but I tell my husband October, November of 2017 that it's just not enough. And I said, I need more Christian girlfriends. So I said, I'll start praying about it. And seriously, within a week or two, the music ends, we sit down for the video, and I looked up, and it was the very first Rooted. I see all these announcements, and I go, yeah, no. And I go through the service, and I get up, and I socialize, and I leave. But that day, something struck me. As I know now, it was Jesus. He pulled me up by the nape of my neck, and he said, you're going to do this. So I went over to the Rooted table, and before I knew it, my ATM card was out, and I was signing on the dotted line, and I was ready to go. I looked around the room, and I was knowing nobody. Every night, two people would tell their story, and the stories that people were telling were unbelievable. And I felt really humbled and really honored that they would share the stories that they were telling. It was unbelievable trust, and it was moving and emotional, and I was all in. And by the 11th week, I was so sad when it was over. I was, what am I going to do now? And then Vanessa said, we're starting a community group. Here are the people that are staying. Can you stay? And I was like, yes, absolutely. And so the women I had prayed for, the Christian women I wanted as friends, were in my group. These were the people that the Lord had brought to me. And we've been in our group for almost a year. We meet every Tuesday, and we're Bible babes. I've had a really good life. I feel really lucky. I didn't go through a lot of horrible things that other people did, but my world was rocked last November of 2018. Our daughters are off at college, and our youngest daughter's at Pepperdine, and she was going to a college night. They were going, and then the basketball game ran late, and our daughter did not make it that night at the Borderline bar, and there was a shooting. We were so thankful that she wasn't there like many of her friends. And then the next morning, it was Thursday, I believe the 8th of November, the fires were going in California, and the Paradise Fire was burning, and I had cousins losing their homes. My friend lost his home, and then the fire hit in Thousand Oaks. And I kept telling our daughter, please get off campus, get out of there. And she didn't, because the highways were gridlocked, and she couldn't leave. We were getting pictures from our daughter of the fire burning outside of the building, and she had a mask on, and we were just terrified. We were scared, we were numb, until 2:30 in the morning when we got the word that the campus had been cleared, the fire was backed off. We went to bed, and the next morning was the tea, the women's tea. And my sister-in-law had come up from Reading with my brother, and the whole thing is a blur to me because I've been through 2 days of terror with our youngest. But I got home, and I found out my brother had just told my husband that he has ALS. So now he's been diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease. During that whole process, I wasn't turning to Jesus the way I should, and I'm just devastated. And for the first time in my life, I've been depressed, I've been challenged, and I haven't handled it really well. But because of my Bible babes and my community and my church, I think that it's made it better for me, and I think I will eventually get through, and I know what the ending is going to be. What God was teaching me through this whole month of November and currently is, because of the Bible babes, they calm me down, they assure me Jesus has this story and I have to trust him, and they help me get through it when I was fighting it. I was fighting Jesus handling this, and it doesn't work when you fight him.
Amen.
Yeah.